From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
For a look at this morning's top stories, California Governor Gavin Newsom stepping up his plea for people to abide by his statewide order to stay home to slow the spread of coronavirus. At a news conference yesterday, he criticized people who keep going to crowded beaches, saying it's time to grow up and not be selfish. People are urged to stay at least 6 feet away from each other. A lot of Bay Area fire departments are increasing precautions to protect their firefighters from coronavirus. Several departments report that members have tested positive. This is the second and final day of a job fair at a San Francisco hospital trying to recruit extra nurses during the coronavirus crisis. Zuckerberg General Hospital anticipates a shortage of nurses because of the outbreak. And Congressman Mark DeSaulnier, a Democrat from Concord, is in the hospital in critical condition with pneumonia. It has nothing to do with the coronavirus. His office says DeSaulnier fell while out for a run in Washington, D.C. and fractured a rib that led to the pneumonia. Well, hospitals across the U.S. are in need of medical supplies, but healthcare workers are about to get some much-needed reinforcements. The Pentagon says it will deploy 1 million N95 masks and 2,000 ventilators to the front lines, but some doctors say it is not enough.
We are responding to the challenges of this pandemic and keeping our patients safe, and yet we are being asked to do it without even a modicum of effort to really help us be protected in the process of doing it.
We have to get personal protective equipment because we're going to lose our workforce if we don't.
Some doctors and hospitals are calling on the federal government to release supplies from the national stockpile, which currently has 30 million surgical masks and 12 million respirators. Amid the shortage of protective gear, some healthcare workers are taking matters into their own hands. The family of one nurse practitioner in Santa Clara spent time gathering supplies to make masks for healthcare providers who need them. While they aren't comparable to N95 respirators, the nurse says they still offer more protection than bandanas or scarves. A first for one Bay Area church, it's holding DriveThru Confessions. The drive-through line looking more like the line to In-N-Out Burger. But this is the parking lot of St. Augustine's Catholic Church in Pleasanton. Pastor of the Catholic community of Pleasanton, Father Mark and Father Luke, offering drive-through confession sessions during the coronavirus pandemic.
We will continue to do this every Saturday throughout the coronavirus crisis until that is passed, as a way to help people connect with God and prepare for the great feast of Easter.
Today's Mass will be a live Facebook webcast. The church says it is going to hold these drive-through confessionals for as long as necessary. Time now for a quick sports update, and we begin with hockey. The Ottawa Senators have announced they have a second player who's tested positive for coronavirus. The Senators say that the player was with the team a couple of weeks ago when they played in San Jose. Neither Senators players, though, have been publicly identified. Sharks general manager Doug Wilson told the Mercury News no Sharks players have shown symptoms for coronavirus and that there are no current plans to test any of them. Meanwhile, the coronavirus has prompted the International Ice Hockey Federation to cancel the Men's World Hockey Championships. They were scheduled for May in Switzerland. Turning to the Summer Olympics, USA Track and Field has joined USA Swimming in urging postponement of the games, scheduled to begin in Tokyo in July. Meanwhile, KPIX 5's Vern Glenn spoke with some Bay Area swimmers, finding ways to try to stay in shape despite widespread closure of pools.
Swimming is a symphony of swinging limbs, and those who do it better earn it. But this is what you see now. Throw a rock in any direction. No pools are open. Swim season at all levels in the Bay Area postponed or canceled.
It'll come down to the touch. Dalkey looks like she's got the edge, and she's got the win.
Mickey Dalkey, a Harvard senior from Mill Valley, was bound for her second Olympic trials, and that's on hold.
How snug is that, man?
Snug as a bug in a rug.
So these high school and club swimmers from North Bay Aquatics in Marin came up with open water training.
If you think you've done the work, the results are going to come. And so we can do the work right here, and the ocean gives us this amazing opportunity.
No heated, chlorinated conditions, not ideal, and the visibility.
What do you see?
Just green.
Just green.
Just green.
Wow, making it happen. That report from Vern Glenn in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The Olympic Training Center is closed through, again, at least April. Some athletes are concerned that they won't be prepared if the Summer Games happen, despite the coronavirus crisis.
So many athletes are being disadvantaged, and being put in this time crunch is just really hurting so many, the equality and fairness of the sport.
A gymnast says if athletes can't properly train, they won't be in peak condition for the Games. The International Olympic Committee has not yet ruled out postponement. A man offered to train a dog and then stole it. That is according to investigators in Santa Cruz County. Benjamin Friedberger was supposed to be training a friend's dog for $1,500, but police say he refused to return the dog after the training was complete. Even after his arrest, he still refuses to say where the dog is located. Here is a photo of the dog. His name is Thor. If you have any information regarding this case or Thor's whereabouts, please call the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Department. Well, some pet owners are wondering if their animals can catch coronavirus or transmit it. We spoke with the local veterinarian who says the only concern would be on the fur. And even so, it's very unlikely that the virus could travel on your dog or cat, even if you get the virus. At this point, there have not been any cases where animals have transmitted the virus to other pets or humans. She also said now is a good time to spend time with your furry friends.
The animals really are a good stress reducer for people. They give us what we call unconditional love. So it's a good thing that you're at home and enjoy that time. Make the best of this time with your animals and really enjoy that time together because, again, it will help you and it'll help them.
Experts also recommend have a plan in place for somebody to take care of your pet in case you get sick, and always call ahead before going into a clinic. Couples across the country have been forced to call off their weddings because of the coronavirus crisis. One couple in Utah decided to capture the moments.
My fiance had the idea when we were on our way to the pictures. He was like, we should take a picture with a mask or something so that we can remember this time because it's been totally crazy for us.
The couple was set to get married April 9th, but their reception with more than 600 guests was called off. Instead, they'll be sealed in a temple with only their parents by their side.
We'll keep the pictures close to our hearts, something that we can look at and remember, we sacrificed what we sacrificed, so that people could stay healthy.
Now, the bride says she's disappointed that her plans are shattered, but she's glad she has this memory to hold on to.
Okay, back to the forecast, and the headline's going to be that rain we're going to see mostly in the South Bay by the time we get into the afternoon. Looks like a good batch of rain sitting off the coast now, and if you look at the accumulated total by the time we finish, most of this does fall south of the Bay Bridge. We could get as much as 1/4 inch of rain down in San Jose out of this today, and most of that comes in the afternoon through the early evening. Doesn't impact the temperatures, though. We're still going to be 70 inland, mid to upper 60s for much of the rest of the Bay. Next chance of rain gets here Tuesday and Wednesday. Scattered showers on both of those days, Ann.
All right, we'll be prepared for it. Thanks, Darren, and thanks for joining us.